Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Kjwippy and welcome to another Minecraft video. Now today, I realized that it's been over a year already since the first Minecraft FNAF thing that I made, and it blew up. It's seriously, like, I mean, it's still, I believe it's my highest viewed video of all time, which is really cool. Thank you, everybody, for watching it. But I wanted to do something special because I know that you guys, really like those videos. So I wanted to come back and kind of just check out what the heck I did. This looks terrible. No, this doesn't look bad, but it's really bland and sad, and I don't like that. This is just, I feel like this one is probably one of my favorite builds out of all the ones that I did throughout the last year, but man, could it use some work. I mean, decoratively, it's pretty nice. We got a nice prize counter sign. We've got some nice decorations hanging from the ceilings. We've got the main stage. We've got all this fun stuff. I think the curtain with Foxy looks really good. We've even got an arcade that's got some nice stuff with Balloon Boy and the Midnight Motorist thing. It's pretty nice, right? And throughout the last year, this mod pack that I've been using has been updated constantly, right? So some of these things don't even exist in the current versions of it, which is fine. But I think I'm going to, try and kind of just remake it, see if I can make a better version. And I'm going to challenge myself to not use as many of these mod blocks as I can. So, while I do like these wall blocks and the floor, the checkered floors and stuff, while I really like those, I'm gonna try not to use them. I'm gonna be using the mods because I still want to have, the main animatronics, and a lot of these decorations you really can't pull off with just the vanilla blocks, but there are a lot of things that I could do that don't require mods, and I think I'm gonna try my best to do that. So let's hop into a more updated version of this pack, so that way we've got all of the newest and the greatest things that we can. And yeah, I'll see you guys later. I also forgot to mention that my challenge is I need to try to use less than 100 modded blocks, and that includes items, that includes mobs, less than 100 of them, and that's a lot harder than you'd think it is. So that's the challenge. I forgot to say it, but you know me, I'm stupid, so here we go. Alright, we've updated, everything's cool, except we've kind of run into a problem. Wow, I'm really zoomed in, hello. So like I mentioned before, I'm trying to avoid using as many modded blocks as possible because I really want to stimulate the creativity with this one, I really want to get my brain juices going. The problem is, if I don't use modded blocks, there's going to be a lot of things that look really weird. So as you can see here, I've lined up some examples of, vanilla styles versus modded styles, stuff like that. And obviously, I'm going to be using some modded blocks just in general because that's just a given because I like how they look. I mean, these checkered patterns you really can't replicate very well on just vanilla blocks. So I'm at the very least gonna have these 3 for the walls because I'm gonna have different areas that have the main halls with this, or there's going to be little side rooms that have the smaller checkering there, or I want to incorporate the FNAF movie wall style thing. And if I were to go into regular modded, it would have these in comparison. So it's pretty similar. This one is actually a half block though. It's half checkered, half wall. So unfortunately, we do lose that if I go to this, but that's not a big deal. And I tested out too to see if I would like the crimson stripped logs instead of this terracotta, and I don't like it. It's too bright. I think the desaturated look from this matches the desaturated blue at the bottom. And then having the stone and andesite mixture for the regular walls and stuff too. I think that works. Now the floors, unfortunately, they're rough. You see, I tried recreating some of the patterns and stuff from the different tilings and stuff, and it's not good. It's not good. There's no good combination of blocks that really fit this type of palette, and also they're just way too big. I mean, seriously, the size differences is just crazy. Having a quarter of a block rather than an entire block, it really does make a difference, and that's honestly something that I didn't really think that I would ever need to worry about. So if I go throughout this entire line, you'll see that it just gets uglier and uglier, and especially when we get to the carpet, it's got like little confetti floor kind of thing, right? And some of it doesn't, sure, but I can't replicate that at all in vanilla Minecraft. I mean, this is in a version that's before the 1.20. I was thinking of putting the cherry petals and stuff that you can put on the floor, but they don't even exist in this version. So we are unfortunately going to be going with all of these modded styles here. Now, thankfully, I can at least keep most of the walls non-modded, but including all of the bases and all of these different floors, we're already up to 10 modded blocks in this thing, which, you know, in the grand scheme of things isn't probably that much, but it's a lot to start with. I'm also going to be setting aside each block and item that we use just so we can keep a proper count, because I'm going to be a nerd like that. And now I go through the really annoying and arduous process of trying to line up and lay out everything that's going to be in this place. And I'm not going to be doing a nice bird's eye view of everything and listing off what each room is, because at this point you guys kind of know already how I roll. I am going to be, as I decorate each room though, I am going to be telling you what it is, so don't feel like I'm just ignoring that. But yeah. Okay, so you kind of get a bird's eye view, but this is kind of what the layout's going to look like for this one, and as you'll see, it's very different from the last one because the kitchen is much more extended. The parts and service room is a bit more extended as well. We don't have that little, like, sub-office for the maintenance guy. Everything that's office related is actually down in the back area of this. So we have the janitor's room over here, we have the security office here, of course, and then these are actually going to be a couple of important rooms as well. This is going to be the manager's office, and this will be the break room kind of area here. So we're not having a lab technician anymore. He's kind of just, that's what the parts and service room is for now. But yeah, so it's gonna be nice. We're also got a couple more little details alongside here, but other than that, the layout is gonna be relatively similar to the last one. So now, of course, the old bread and butter of putting down floors, putting in walls, but this time, kind of different. So the floors are pretty much done and set up, and I managed to knock out actually 3 of the modded floors, so we're no longer using the red and blue, the green and blue, and the plain carpet. So that actually knocks out 3 from this selection, which is nice. I'm keeping it spaced out like this though, so I can keep it at 10 blocks per row, because I'm gonna forget, and math is hard. Notice I also included a nice little, like, light thingy here. That's fun. It's kind of some last second redstone that I decided to do. I'm not the greatest at redstone, and it's also like 1 in the morning right now, so I don't have the brain power for this. But now it's time to get the walls put up, so let's do that. All the walls are done, and I'm not sure how I feel about the stone and andesite, but I think once we get decorations in here, I'll probably like it a bit more. It just feels very bland, but to be fair, the other one is more bland because there's even less texture, so at least this is giving it some kind of texture, right? So now I guess we start decorating, and we go from there. So I think I'm gonna start with the kitchen just because that's kind of the easiest thing to start with. I mean, it's a lot of ovens, so furnaces, like blast furnaces, smokers, stuff of the like. We'll have our big pizza ovens along this wall. Maybe some deep slate walls to kind of... Yeah, that's kind of getting that across there. I think that works pretty good. Alright, that's pretty good. It's a nice kind of kitchen area. So then we can also have more of this going around. And having areas for plates and stuff. Like that. And then we can have various dishes and stuff on top of the actual counter here for them to grab. Right now though, that's not bad. So let's get a roof on this bad boy. And that's the other difficult part, is trying to figure out what the heck I want to do for a roof. You know what? We've been going with a really kind of lifeless gray theme with this place, and what better way to carry on than to continue that lifeless gray theme with some stone bricks. And of course, we also have the delivery drop-off room, which is going to require us to use the garage door, unfortunately. So that is another modded block to add to our pile. And then for lighting, I've used actually the daycare lights from FNAF Ultimate Deco, which is really cool because it centers between two blocks, but that is another one that I'm unfortunately going to have to add to the pile of stuff. But then inside here, we've also got just some sea lanterns, so that avoided the use of more stuff, which is good. So let's go dump this over here, and I believe that makes our 10th block officially used in this collection. But not bad so far, not bad so far. Now the next room I'm going to do, I think, is the arcade. And it's mainly because I have an idea for what I want to do for the ceiling that will make it just really cool. And yeah, I don't really have any other reason to want to do it right now, but I want to. So here we go. See, arcades are known for being spacey, right? They're often very sci-fi type themed, right? So what if they got these cool little lights that are just absolutely going crazy up here? Oh yeah. Okay, it is animated. I was like, wait a minute, I thought these were animated blocks. They are, which is good. So we need to get lights though, which I think I'll just do sea lanterns again because it's kind of easy to do. Keeps it bright enough in the arcade to be able to see what's going on, but it's also, oh yeah, oh this is nice. Unfortunately, I am going to have to use the arcade machines, which means that I'm going to be adding a lot of things to our counter, but I'm gonna try to avoid to use all of them. I don't want to use all of them. So we'll do like space in between each one, right? Kind of save us the space. We'll have the fruity maze with the midnight motorist. I don't remember these being in here. Do these ones too. Oh! Oh, this is the Five Nights at Candy's stuff. Ooh! I didn't know that was a thing. So, I guess let me go put these in the pile real quick, because this is quite a lot of stuff that I've just added. Alright, so far we're up to 23. I'm sure that's fine. And I think the way I can at least cheese the kids' drawings is using this one item from the Fazcraft mod that randomizes which drawings you get. Kind of repetitive. We may, you know what? We'll throw in a couple extras. We'll do that. We'll do that. Okay, put that one, that one, that one, that one, and that one. All right. Now I've got a bunch of kids' drawings, a bunch of arcade machines, and some really cool lighting in here. I think this room is pretty much set. That's pretty nice. I forgot to put these as well. All right, well, just decorating that one room, we have gone up, I think, 16 blocks. Now I think, you know what, let's go ahead and just knock out, I think, probably the biggest one, and that's going to be this main dining room. Now, some of it is going to require some modded blocks, like the curtains, probably. Maybe the chairs for the main tables. But the booths and stuff that I'm going to be putting around, they're not going to require that at all. I can just use slabs or I can use stairs and, like, fence posts with carpet on top, and that'll count. That'll work. I think if we get some booth setups with the colors of the animatronics, right? So we got Freddy, Chica, Bonnie, and Foxy. And then for tables, lightning rods, we now have tables. Look at that. I kind of want to take the idea of the stained glass behind the booths as well, because I thought that was a really nice detail in the FNAF movie that kind of got overlooked. So let's go ahead and just take some of these. Actually, no, we'll have, it'll be randomized, right? These look like crap. In comparison to everything else around here, these look terrible. I'm removing them. And instead, I'm gonna bite the bullet because I want this to look nice. I don't want it to look bad. I'm gonna bite the bullet. I'm sorry, everybody. Now the question is, do these, oh, they do. Oh, they do, and do the different, I guess the different arcade cabinets counted, so I guess different colors of this. Man, okay. Alright. So I kinda bit the bullet here. No. Stop saying words, Kjwippy. Stop saying words. I think those look good. It's got a nice little booth table. It's a little bit of color to the dark of the seats. But I feel like if we keep just the one style of seat, I'm pretty sure that's good. That's honestly less than I was expecting. I don't know why I have this giant table. Don't mind me there. But I think that's honestly a pretty good set. So let me switch these. And while I'm at it, might as well add the curtain blocks because those are definitely going to be necessary for these. So let's try, see if I can replicate that kind of closed off curtain that I did. Yeah, and then we'll get a sign that says out of order, and we need to make it as close to white as we can. There we go. All right. I don't know why I got rid of the curtains because we'll be doing these ones too. But sweet, that's good. That's fine. That's fine. I like that. Because it'll be right up against the roof, so it'll still feel connected anyway. That's good. All right, curtains, done. Dunzo, we good. And they're kind of connected. I think I'm gonna, actually hold on, let me grab the debug stick. I'm just realizing I can use that because that is vanilla. That is 100% vanilla. It's just gotten by a command. So you know what? /give Kjwippy debug stick. Nice. All right, it's kind of a process, but doing the debug stick on these makes it a lot better. Like these things are seriously coming out nice now that they're actually like filling the entire block rather than just being a chunk of it. That's great. Oh, that's really good. I love that. That's awesome. So when it comes to putting the animatronics, are we counting those as modded blocks? I mean, they're not blocks. They're people, right? Or I guess they're characters. They're not blocks, but they're still mods. Yeah, okay. All right, I'll count it. All right, so our friends are now on stage. Now let's get some of the party seating, which... All right, so that's pretty simple. Just a couple tables, a couple chairs. It's only 2 more things added to our pile. I don't think it's that big of a problem. I hope it's not that big of a problem. I'm gonna probably regret this later, but it's fine because look, it's making it feel and look that much nicer. If it doesn't look nice, it ain't gonna feel nice, right? I think I'm gonna extend the ceiling up just by a little bit because I want to have some detailing that's on the roof, and I can't really do that with the height that I have. So we're gonna play around with how this roof is. So I was thinking of doing something along the lines of what the FNAF movie has with a lot of the interior, with the various like pop-outs and stuff around the top of the building, where there's these kind of just little like pop-outs. I don't know. You'll probably get a better idea of it once I actually put the roof in. Right now, it's just looking like I'm building a weird circle, and I understand that. And I'm not going to take any criticism for it, because if there's one thing I don't do, it's take criticism. I'm perfect the way I am, and so are you. And you shouldn't let anybody tell you otherwise. Because you know what? You deserve it. Yas Queen, or whatever. I don't know. Then inside the roof, we're going to copy... God, this is such an unsettling sound. It's so goopy. I mean, I understand that it's essentially the like, creature's souls trapped within the blocks, but man, does it gotta be so goopy? So I also had the idea to blend the lights a bit more into the skulk by adding the skulk veins over it, which I thought was a pretty nice touch, and I think that worked pretty nicely. So now we've got this kind of almost spacey kind of setup over, like it's like almost like a UFO that's kind of going over the main dining area, which is just kind of cool. It's a nice little detail that's not super like forced, I don't think. Maybe the I might change these to slabs. Honestly, I'll probably change these to slabs. Yeah, that's better. That's definitely better. And then I think for the rest of the ceiling, I'm gonna try using tuff. I don't know why, but the tuff block is just kind of, it's kind of calling out to me. I don't really understand why, but we're gonna try it out. Yeah, that was a bad idea. This looks gross. Okay, that was a mistake. Ugh. Okay, I definitely think the regular deep slate is the way to go. I think that works really well. The texture is a lot softer. It's not as noisy as the tuff. And then, you know, like with the cobbled, it's too square. I feel like this is just right to where it feels like that kind of like scattered roof paneling. I don't know. I feel like it works pretty well. So I'm gonna use this. I just noticed that it makes like a little texture of a mushroom. You see that? Looks like a little mushroom. There's two of them right next to each other. There's three of them over there. I'm sorry, I get distracted really easily. You know, it's probably a good thing I don't have arthritis from how much energy I've devoted to just spamming both mouse buttons at the same time. You'd be surprised how difficult that is to do so frequently. Like, it takes a lot of brain power and also a lot of wrist power. And unfortunately for me, I don't have a lot of either of those. So, you know what? The struggle is real. I don't know. I don't know if I like this. What is my problem? It's gonna be expensive, but we're gonna use we're gonna use netherite instead. I don't know if that's a good idea or a bad idea, but you know what? We're here to flex, right? Fazbear Entertainment has probably got some sweet buckaroos from all the, I don't know, the dead bodies or something that they harvest. Does that make a lot of money? If there's anybody who's like harvested dead bodies, does that pay well? I'm just asking. I'm curious. Not that I'm gonna do it. This is just Minecraft. I'm not, you know, I'm gonna stop talking. Oh, that looks so much better. Oh, it's so clean and so nice. Oh, that's great. Alright, sweet. Now I'm going to carry on. I want a good variety. So, sorry, mod count, but you've just been Freddy Fazbear. Send this to your friends to Freddy Fazbear them. Why is this so difficult for me to place? That actually looks really nice. I like that. This is nice. You know what? It's not so bad. Unfortunately, I do have to add these all. I don't know why I just got rid of them. I gotta add them all to my area. Alright, we're currently at a count of 44 mods. Not bad. Not bad. About halfway to 100, so that's something to consider, I guess. And then I finally went to bed like a good little boy. I really do have to apologize for the... Actually, I think at this point in time it was about 3 a.m. I apologize for the 3 a.m. brain. It was terrible for me to work with, and I'm sure it was terrible for you to experience, but we've experienced it together, and that's what matters, right? Anyway, carrying on. 12 hours later, we're all nice and well rested, got some good shut-eye, and I'm realizing that I haven't put any doors anywhere. There's no doors for the kitchen. There's doors in there, but there's no doors anywhere else. Let's do that, I guess. I've already put in the doors for the office as well, just because I felt like that was a pretty standard thing to put in. Oh, and then also I was planning to have the barn door with glass for the office, because I feel like that just works pretty nice. So that should be fine. It's only 3 more, which is fine. We are now past 50 though, which is not great, but I mean, who cares? What are you gonna do? Anyway, now I'm gonna work on the main office because that's just what makes sense to work on. So let's get ourselves, we're gonna get ourselves a nice table using, if I can find the right items, these. And then we'll have a wither skull as like that little TV monitor. I think that's a pretty clever idea. Ah, I forgot that there was an advancement for that. Okay, and then ooh. Okay, I have an idea. This is, I'm not gonna count this because in 1.20 there are cherry saplings. I'm gonna count that as vanilla. It's kind of a stretch, but just hear me out. So it's the only problem is it's floating, but that's supposed to be the cupcake. But it doesn't look like it. Do I just bite the bullet and just use? Do I just use the desk? Yeah. I'm gonna just do it. I thought I was clever, but I'm not smart. We are also going to be using the wires that are hanging around everywhere. And in combination with that, we're also going to have the hanging roots, because I think it works. It looks kind of almost spider webby, which is kind of cool. I mean, we have cobwebs, but like these are less harsh, I guess, than just the solid white. I don't know. I think it works. But I think with that, and then just adding the chair, which unfortunately is another mod. Put that bad boy in here. Turn it around so that way it's facing that way. We have got our lovely security office. And that brings us to 55 total modded blocks used, which is still not terrible. We've only got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 more rooms, and a lot of it's going to be reused blocks. And I think the only one that I'm really going to have to worry about is probably the prize corner, just because of all the plushies and stuff, and also parts and service with all the different animatronic parts. Yeah. And speaking of the prize corner, let's go ahead and get this place decorated. Now, I've gone ahead and done a similar light effect to what's going on over there in this section as well. And I think this is honestly a really great idea because it gives the prize corner a very fun, happy, exciting vibe. So I think that's great. Got ourselves a few plushies. That's pretty good. Maybe get, I mean, I guess we could do the same kind of item frame trick, but with like leather chest plates as like shirts or something. It's kind of convoluted, but it'll work. I wish that they didn't like shrink the item when you make the frame invisible, because that's just, it's so tiny. And that will complete our prize counter. So let's head out and go put down our plush boys. All right, not bad. Just below 60, and I think the hardest room to decorate. The hardest rooms to decorate are already done, so that's pretty good. All right, next up, I think we're just gonna work on the lobby, because that's pretty easy. Honestly, it's not anything I can't handle. So let's go ahead and get ourselves some trapdoors. I'm thinking dark oak, right? We've got ourselves a nice little table. Go ahead and get ourselves a chair too. Let's do, boom, baby. It's a nice little chair. So that way people can come in, they'll be like, hey, I want to get food or something. I don't know. And then because we're going to need them later, I'm going to go ahead and use them now. But we're going to be needing the main 4 posters. So that way people know, oh, this is Freddy's. This is pretty nice. And also get, oh, they don't have the pots in this version. Arrgh. Nice potted plants. We can have a little seating area with, we'll use the warped. Yeah, there we go. We got some waiting space. That's good. I think that's pretty good. And then we'll break this open, and we'll break this open. Get our tinted glass. And that's the lobby, pretty much done. Nice, short, sweet, to the point. The hallways are really simple because it's just these few posters, and then the hanging wires and roots. Maybe I'll put in some more drawings. We'll see. Yeah. Now, for the janitor's closet, we're going to be doing a similar thing to what we did with the office, where we have our lovely hanging light bulb. And actually, we're going to make it hang a bit lower because, you know, it's that kind of like really, you know, low quality light bulb that's hanging from the ceiling. I feel like that works pretty well. And we'll also do another shelf that's similar to what we have in the kitchen, but the trapdoors will be one higher, so that way they can actually leave room for things to be on the shelf. So let's get some decorations. Maybe a roll of toilet paper. Wink, wink. That's totally a roll of toilet paper. Maybe extra bucket or something. Also realizing the perfect blocks for like boxes and stuff are the beehives. I totally forgot these even existed. This is perfect. Of course, we'll get our wires and hanging roots. You know, like you do. Alright, that's a pretty good storage closet if I say so myself. I guess let's go to the parts and service and figure out how we're gonna do this. Oh boy. We'll have like a little table that's along here. And we'll get, of course, we gotta get the animatronic heads, various items and tools and stuff on here. Maybe some shears can act as like a wrench. Yeah, and then we'll get ye old chair in here. And that can, you know, it's the same one that's in the office, so that can count. And we'll just have that here so that way whoever is working on the animatronics, they can sit here and work on stuff. I think that works pretty well. Let's just go ahead and get some more of those beehives for extra boxes and storage stuff that they may have. Perfect. And that only added 4 new things, so that should not be a problem. And we can actually remove that door because I ended up swapping it out for the mangrove doors because it kind of fits. It's the same color as the stage, so it's pretty, you know, on theme. And then also, they look nice. I haven't really used mangrove doors all that much. This looks really nice. And I guess I keep going in and out of this area, so let's do the bathroom next, which is for sure going to probably at least have some form of mod in here, at least for like the toilets or something. Who knows? I'm also realizing something else that I forgot is having some, you know, normal lighting around the place. So I think having these kind of hanging lanterns acting as sconces, I think would work good. It's sconce, right? Alright, so we're gonna get more tinted glass because I feel like that's probably the best option. Are there tinted glass panes? No. Okay. Bummer. I feel like that would have been a cool addition. Get this kind of mirror effect. It's not great, but it's not terrible. And then what to do for the stalls. Nice, okay. That's a pretty good color set, right? And then we'll get my handy dandy debug stick and we'll start messing with how these all are. And then for the toilets, we could honestly just get quartz and trapdoors. And that is pretty handy dandy little toilet. It's not great, and there's no tank, but who cares? And with that, the bathrooms are done. Nice. So next we're going to do the manager's office, and I think the best way to start is making the desk and then getting ourselves that same kind of rolly chair, right? Get that right there. He's probably got himself like a nice bulletin board or something, so we'll get like an item frame, and this can honestly just stay as a regular item frame, because bulletin boards, you just straight up pin stuff too. So we'll get like a paper and just put it in there, and that'll just sit on top of that. Pretty nice. He could use a desk lamp, so the best we can do is a lantern. That's kind of lame. That's a lot better. So this one was pretty simple. It's just got a nice lamp, a painting, some storage for files and stuff, maybe like a degree or something for the manager being qualified maybe, and then we got a printer over here, and you're just gonna have to pretend that it's a printer, because I'm pretending. Wow, hi. But there we go. Hi, this is a nice comfortable space, isn't it? And so for this hallway, I'm gonna be kind of recreating that hallway that's right outside the security office from the movie, where we've got kind of an employee of the month area. Let's get some signs. Right, and then we'll just get some random dudes' heads. Bink, bonk, bink, bonk. Cool. Nice. And finally, we have this little side room here. Now, I don't remember if I said that this was going to be some kind of like break room or something. No, this is actually going to be where the power box is. And it's also going to be the secret safe room. And I'm going to actually decorate this one this time. But the problem is it's going to be pretty dark in here. So let me actually open that up so I can see. Put that in there. So power's off, power's on. Nice. And of course, this would not be complete without Mr. Springtrap himself. So, you know, he's in the room where the bad stuff happened. So we'll get some blood, maybe. And then we can also have some spare arcade machines kind of backed up in here for storage. And this one will be extra weathered, so we're gonna take not just the wires and the roots, but also some webs, because this is going to be just the absolute dingiest room. No one comes in here anymore, even though the power box is in here, but that's a detail that we don't talk about. With that, I believe that completes this build. So let's just go through and double check everything's good and ready. So we've got the lobby. This is looking pretty good. We've got the main entertainment room. This is pretty solid. Everybody's in their right places. We've got the prize counter. We've got the kitchen. Everything in the kitchen is looking good and great and wonderful. We've got the bathrooms. We've got the parts and service area. We've got the hallway down towards the security office. And we also have the security office. Not bad. We have the other hallway, which leads also to the janitor's closet. Nice. And then we have the employee hallway, where we have the employee of the month board. We have some extra posters. We've got the hidden room with Mr. Trap himself. Hi, buddy. And as well as the power box. And then we have the manager's office. I'd say that's a pretty solid build. And so with that final edition of Springtrap, we are at a final total of 67 modded blocks and items used. That's not bad, and that stayed underneath the goal of 100. So you know what? That's pretty dang good. I'm happy with that, because we would be probably way higher up if I was able to use more posters, more drawings. I was going to use a variety of, like, you know, cups and pizza boxes and plates and stuff. Not doing that. You know, I had a lot of ideas for other doors, some other chairs, maybe having some other animatronics in here as well. I wanted to have a variety of different colors for like the different booth seats, all the arcade machines, the floors, but I think I managed to make do with what I had pretty dang well. That's pretty good. Good job, me. However, that's not all for this one because I'm also going to be adding an exterior. I don't normally add an exterior for these, but I'm going to try to do that. At the very least, a front facade, because we deserve to have some kind of covering for this thing, especially after the train wreck of the first one. Would you look at that? That is a pretty nice exterior, if I do say so myself. Now, I did add the movie sign, which makes it 68 total mods, but it's still below 100, so I don't care. I think this turned out a lot better than the original one, and I think it's just because the variety of blocks and also just the detailing as well. I really like that I decided to do this with the showcase of all the different characters, you know, who they are in the band. Of course, we got the description for everybody, including... Are you moving? Oh, she's moving. That's terrible. And she's the only one that's moving. That's awful. Anyway, yeah, so this one is, of course, just a facade. You can absolutely see what's going on behind the scenes here, but that's fine. I don't care. This is pretty good, and I really like this. But that's going to do it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please consider leaving a like, and if you really enjoyed, consider subscribing. If you want to download this map, there's a link in the description as well, so go check that out, and just have fun with it. Customize it. Do your own stuff with it. I want to see how you absolutely blow this place up, or something. I don't know. But yes, make sure you do all that lovely stuff, and until the next video, I hope you all stay safe. I love you all, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye! Also, if you guys want to check out more Minecraft content, my Nerdcraft series is picking back up, so if you want to go check that out, we're going to be doing some fun, you know, survival Minecraft stuff over there, so go check it out, and, yeah, subscribe, don't forget, love you, bye!